All right, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Joining our action in progress, American Dirt Series 360 Sprint Cars. Little technical glitches, trying to get updated. Had no idea there was an update today for iRacing, so took a second for that thing to get going. But we're joining them in qualifying. About 15, 16 cars, I think, when I came in is what I saw. Something in that neighborhood. Right now, watching drivers on track. Let's go down here. Let's go watch Matt Grimm. The 91 of Matt Grimm. First time by 7th quick. Josh Whiteman currently your quick qualifier of the evening, 17.97 seconds here at Williams Grove. Cameron Pritchard just rolling on track. So is JP Shiner, so we'll check them out. Grimm moves to second at 18:03. There comes JP Shiner, 18:02. So Shiner moving up to P2. That time coming by. Pritchard, no time. Just rolled that out on the track. I think he's on his first time to lap right here, so. Peeking at Pritchard's time. Going to jump him to 7th quick. And 18:08. Down through 3 and 4. And I don't know if this is going to improve or not on his previous lap, but he took a shorter way around. Chad Cody jumps to second. There goes Cameron Pritchard. 17:89 for the quick time. Cody, 18:02. So 14 drivers. 15 in the server. I thought it was 15. So we'll have a couple of quick heat races. We'll move right on to our feature this evening. Short show for you. Let's get down here and look at the starting lineup. It's going to be quick qualifier for the evening. Cameron Pritchard on pole next to Chad Cody. Cody in the 11. Matt Grimm. Start inside row number 2 next to Derek Patetti. Patetti's the 14 car. The 04, Tommy Scott Jr. inside row number 3 with Trevor Royer in the 90 on his outside. And then the back row is going to be the 71 of Wade Fields. Right next to the 27 of Chad Griggs. So waiting on our third row, there comes Tommy Scott. We'll wait just a moment for Trevor Royer here.
All right, drivers, we're going 1 to go right out of the gate.
Oh, well, we'll get that fixed right quick. Didn't realize we had the chat on still. Oh, let's get everything else kind of in order here. There we go. Now we're getting better. Yeah, both OBS and iRacing had updates, and I got just a little antsy thinking we were going to miss all the heat races. So we're here for it. So, yeah, 1 to go signal was given. Driver's going to start right here out of turn number 4. Cameron Pritchard. On the throttle and into turn number 1 and 2 down the front stretch. Pritchard grabbing the quick lead. Cody slides into the second spot. They head down the back stretch for the first time. Matt Grimm going to get into third or side by side for fourth behind that. Patetti and Scott. Now they're almost 3 wide. Here comes Trevor Royer, and Royer was down the very bottom trying to make something happen. They'll come out of turn 2. Still a dogfight for that 3rd and 4th spot back here. Top 2 getting away. Everybody else in the group. Car out of shape. No call. There's our contact. Trevor Royer has problems. Wade Fields got out of shape trying to miss somebody that was sideways. Let's go back and watch this because they're going to come out of the corner of that black car right there. That's Tommy Scott. He got out of shape. Fields went to miss him. And when Fields went to miss Scott, Trevor Royer was already there. And Royer hits the outside fence. Wade Fields tips over in the infield right there. So Fields' heat race going to be at a close. It'll be Pritchard, Cody, Grimm, Scott, Pettetti, Griggs, and Royer, the running order, with 5 still remaining in heat number 1. Chad Griggs was in that as well, and I didn't think he really got a whole lot of damage, but apparently he has enough that he has rolled it down. He's going to run it through the work area at least and have a look and see. Quick thumbs up, and he'll roll it right back out, and he'll join the back of the field. Should be on the 1 to go here. Maybe not. Light's still on the pace vehicle. So that'll give Griggs a chance to catch up to the back of the field. So they'll make another trip around. They'll go green the next time out of 3 and 4. Hope everybody's geared up for the holidays. And I really hope everybody's geared up for all this crazy cold weather that is streaking across the country right now. We're going to have it tomorrow. Negative 30-degree wind chill. Beyond unprepared for that. It doesn't get cold where I live like this very often, so I'm not a fan, say the least. They've got them doubled up. 7 remaining on the track. Ready to get back at it. Don't be afraid to say hi in the chat. Let us know where you're watching from. Tell us what the temperature is or what it's expected to be this next couple days wherever you're at. But Pritchard's back on the throttle. Green flag back in the air. He and Chad Cody. 1-2 quickly, side by side. Tommy Scott, Matt Grimm. We're going at it. Now it's going to single out. And Scott will have 3rd, Grimm 4th. Royer with a good move gets up to 5th. Here comes Griggs. Griggs went through the work area, said the car was okay, and he muscles his way past both Royer and Pettetti. Moves himself into 5th. Royer back to 6th. We'll go back to the front. White flag already in the air, and I thought we had 5 laps to go. I'm not sure what's going on. My counter must be wrong. But the checkered flag on heat number 1. Cameron Pritchard picking up the win. Chad Cody 2nd. Tommy Scott, Matt Grimm, Chad Griggs, Trevor Royer, and Derek Pettetti in that order. Hello, Mike Peterson. Is it cold up there yet? You guys are supposed to catch the brunt of this stuff. Let's take a look at the lineup for heat race number 2. It's going to be Josh Whiteman, the 24 car on pole, next to the 5 of J.P. Scheiderer. Larry Moody, 73 car, going to start inside row number 2. Patrick Coluccio, the 99, will be on his outside. And then Sean Stevens in the 26 inside the 3rd row with Cody Olson in that 6 machine on his right. And Nathan Vossi will start the 562 car on the back, all by his lonesome. Yeah, our temperature started this morning at about 27, made its way up to about 32, and then quickly started to fall when the sun vanished at about 3:30 or 4 o'clock this afternoon. And I do not know what the current temperature sits at. I'm sure that I could take a quick look. It says we're 41, but I really have a hard time believing that because if you step outside, it is blistering cold right now. So I know about 5 o'clock this morning, they say it's going to go single digits, and it is going to stay there for 81 straight hours. 44 tomorrow, dropping after that. Well, Deadhead, we're getting there too. And I don't think we're getting much in the way of snow, but I know we're getting all the cold. Heat 2, green flag in the air. Josh Whiteman quickly out to the front. We're watching J.P. Scheiderer around the top. He's going to grab 2nd. Moody's going to fall into 3rd. And then Stevens with a problem out of 2, and he's going to get a challenge side by side. Here comes Cody Olson. Olson saw the Cheeto, and he jumped on it like a rat. He is going to put the pressure on right away on Stevens. We'll see if he can hang on. Stevens tried to go slider, has to cut the car down. Olson able to keep it wound up on the top side. He'll grab that 4th spot away. Stevens back to 5th. Vossi is 6th, and Coluccio a distant 7th. go back to the front because the lead trying to change hands right here. I thought for a second that Scheider was going to be able to pull alongside, and he might. Coming out of 2. Keeps taking that right rear and just riding it up into the fence a little bit right in the middle of the corners. And he is on a tear, trying to battle to get to that top spot. Now through the middle, and that time Whiteman went in on the bottom, slid across in the middle. These two really getting at one another. We'll wait to see. It looks like that's going to be 4 to go. Good. Larry Moody still third. Stevens and Olson now going back at it again for the 4 spot. And they'll be side by side into 3 and 4. Looks like Olson may have the advantage off the top side. Now Stevens got him back. Good run off the bottom. Scheider changing his lineup. Went to the low side in 1 and 2 the last time around. Now goes to the top side in 3 and 4. 2 to go that time around. The top 2 have broken away from third place Larry Moody, and he's got a comfortable gap over Sean Stevens. Stevens now breaking away from the 5th place car of Cody Olson. White flag. Heat 2. Scheider figured out how to run the top, and he grabbed the lead, and he is 1 second out in front in this thing. It looks like he will easily pick up the win in heat race number 2. Whiteman will be second, Moody third, Stevens, Olson, Coluccio, and Vossi. There's the 2 at the back. Swap spots about midway, and Nathan Vossi coming across in 7th. So heat racing action over. What's left tonight? 30 lap A main. They'll have a warm-up session here. Let's go pay a couple bills. We'll be right back. All right, big thank you to all of the partners here at the Dirt Racing Network. We are back just in time. Warm-up session coming to a close. Get ready to go down here. Get a look at the starting grid for tonight's 30-lap A main. It's going to be Cameron Pritchard and J.P. Scheider on the front row, and that should be a hell of a battle to figure out who's going to grab the lead early and see which one of these two can bring home the win tonight. I think everybody else is going to be chasing those two are super fast in their heat races, respectively. Chad Cody and Josh Whiteman, row number 2. Tommy Scott, Larry Moody, row 3. Matt Grimm and Sean Stevens in that 4th row. Then Chad Griggs and Cody Olson in a row number 5. Row 6, Trevor Royer and Patrick Coluccio. Derek Patetti and Nathan Vossi in the 7th row. And Wade Fields is going to start shotgun on this field this evening. We'll roll them away. Couple of laps here, warm up, and then they will fire them off for 30 straight laps. Appreciate the chat, guys. Thank you very much. Let's keep it active. Should be a good one. Don't forget about tomorrow night. Elite Industries Hoosier Open Wheel Series. 410 non-wing sprint cars, 8 o'clock Eastern.
Green flag, green flag.
You will have Zach Krieger on the call for that one. Green flag in the air on this one. We're underway. They're already out at turn number 2 down the backstretch, and Cameron Pritchard. 0.4 of a second out in front already, and that's a side-by-side battle for second. Now that battle coming to a close as Scheider grabs second, Cody into third, Whiteman fourth. A little bit of a gaggle in behind that. Pritchard starting to run away. Scheider with a little bit of a blink. Oh, bump into the fence for Cody. That opens the door for Whiteman. Bump into the fence for Scheider, and that's going to open things up. Here comes Josh Whiteman. So Whiteman back in behind Scheider, sitting in third. Got a little bit of a gap back to Tommy Scott Jr. Scott in fourth, Olsen fifth, Chad Cody after the bump of the fence. He has fallen back to the field. I think that car damaged. He loses another spot to Larry Moody. Moody's up to 6th. Stevens up to 7th. And Cody trying to battle back. That got tight right there, and everybody did the right thing, gave just a little bit of room. But we'll go back to the front. Scheider starting to reel in Pritchard. Feel like I've seen this recently. It's deja vu all over again. That time Pritchard bumped the fence. Scheider not able to take advantage. Now Scheider going to go for the slider. And at the perfect time for a caution. We're going to go back. We're going to see what happened to Coluccio, and I think that is Griggs. No, that's not Griggs. Oh, boy, Chad Cody got in the fence, and then Griggs got it. Now Coluccio gets a piece of it. So that happened in front of him, but not a whole lot that could be done there. We'll slow things down just a little bit. Pritchard, Scheider, Whiteman, Scott, and Olsen in the top 5. Then Moody, Cody, Royer, Grimm, Fields, Coluccio, Griggs, Patetti, and Vossi filling in behind that. Griggs, Patetti, and Vossi all off track. Sean Stevens in 12th place. Quite a ways back. I think he's trying to catch up to the field here. And it looks like Coluccio has brought the 99 machine in. They're going to have a look at it and see how much damage is on the front end of that. Looks like the right front's pointed right, the left front's pointed left. A little hard to steer that way. See if we can catch him coming out of the pits. It looks like steering's a little better now. It looks like it's actually tracking like it's supposed to. So, but right when things started to get interesting, Scheiderer went for the slide and the caution came out, and so got to give the spot back. So last completed lap is what they score. 6 laps into it, 24 laps to go. It looks like maybe we are going to double these guys up. Yeah, that's what it looks like. Looks like Sean Stevens, Patrick Lucio, both back on track, and they are catching up to the back of the field right now. We're going to get ready to go green here. Pritchard, Scheiderer once again at the front. Pritchard got a good initial start. He's down on the bottom, gets another great start on the restart. Going to put some pressure on Scheiderer as Whiteman got alongside, but up against the fence on the outside. That 5 car. Around and through 3 and 4. He just keeps bumping that right rear. Up against the fence on the here comes the slider, and Pritchard's going to cross it over. Good run down the hill for the 21 machine of Cameron Pritchard. Goes to the top, and Scheiderer consistently wearing out that right rear tire against the fence right there. These two look like they're going to go at it for a little while. Slider this time into 3 and 4. Pritchard having to cut down early. This is allowing Whiteman to stay right on these guys' heels. Now Scheiderer stays in line. Loses about 4 car lengths through turns 1 and 2. Be inside 20 to go this time out of turn number 4. Top 3 starting to break away from 4th place, Tommy Scott Jr., as Whiteman took a look to the inside of Scheiderer. Scheiderer bumps the fence late in the corner. Whiteman not able to use the momentum to get around, but I think if he keeps at it, he's going to be able to eventually work his way around the 5 car, but I don't think the 5 car is going to wait for that to happen. He's going to go up and go after the 21. Top 3 right there under a blanket. That time Scheiderer heavy into the fence, and Whiteman is going to be able to use that to get by. That's awfully tight getting into turn 3 right there. Now, Whiteman slows it up in the middle of 1 and 2. Let Scheiderer by on the top side. 0.4 of a second from first to second, and about 0.3 from second to third. Now it's a long ways back to 4th place. Here comes Trevor Royer. He is closing in. Works to the inside of Cody Olsen. Can he take the spot away in 1 and 2? It looks pretty good. Olsen going to creep alongside. Got the right front up to the left rear. We'll see what they do down here in 3 and 4. Royer way outside, not against the fence, but close. And Trevor Royer now is going to pull himself inside the top 5 to 4th. Olsen is 5th. Go back to the front. Looks like Pritchard starting to get away just a little bit. And yes, Mr. Moret, I agree, and I'm 100% not a fan of it. There is a good case for what you're talking about right there. Didn't even care that he went up there and banged it off the wall. That should be some kind of physical penalty to the car. And until they fix it, that's what's going to happen. So there's not much we can do. Whiteman through the middle, still hanging on to 3rd. The top 3, pretty good gap back to 4th place. You're looking at about 1.4 seconds from Whiteman back to Royer. And Royer is trying to bring that pack up closer, maybe make a big battle out of things. But Cameron Pritchard, 1.7 seconds And he is stretching away, making 1.9 through the corner. Now it's back down to 1.8. So he picked up a 10th through turns 1 and 2. And he is rolling that thing around on the bottom just like he did the last time we were here. And that time, Scheider picked up 2 tenths in turns 3 and 4. And I think we'll just showcase this a little bit here, guys. I feel like somebody has to do something about this stuff with these guys, and we're just going to showcase this a little bit. We do not care who wins these races, but this is part of the problem with iRacing right here. So Cameron Pritchard still out in front. Josh Whiteman still in second. Or still in third, I'm sorry. J.P. Scheider is running second. Trevor Royer third. Cody Olsen fourth. And a little bit of a battle back here with Tommy Scott and Larry Moody. They're going at it side by side. Sean Stevens is right in the middle of that. This is a battle. 6th, 7th, and 8th right here as we're coming down to 8 to go in the feature. Oh, there's a little mistake in the middle. That was Tommy Scott. And Sean Stevens got in there and kind of bumped him up the hill a little bit. Larry Moody clears that, and he's 6th all by himself. 2.6 seconds, 2.8 seconds now. The gap from first to second. Scheider, Whiteman, second and third. Royer not able to close in. In fact, hasn't made up any ground at all on Josh Whiteman in that 4th spot. Pritchard down the front stretch into 1 of 2. 6 laps to go that time, and he has been married to the bottom of this track pretty much the entire time. See where Scheider now going into 3 and 4, and he's riding against the outside again. Rough sledding up on the top for sure. Cameron Pritchard streaking away from this second place car now. He's out almost 4 seconds. Whiteman in the 3rd spot. As Pritchard, 4 to go. Three and a half, 3.8, 3.9, 4 seconds going into turn number 4. It looks like Cameron Pritchard pretty much on a Sunday drive right now. We'll go look. Trevor Royer is still 4th. And now starting to close in a little bit on Josh Whiteman. I think he's going to run out of time before he can make up the real estate. But he had it down pretty close. He had it down to about half a second there momentarily. 2 to go. The signal from the flag stand for Cameron Pritchard. 4.4 seconds in front of J.P. Scheider. And Scheider trying to hang on to second. Whiteman starting to close the gap. He's got it down to about a half a second. It's just not enough laps, and you really have to have the guy in front of you make a giant mistake, or you got to really find something special. The white flag's into the air. Cameron Pritchard through 3 and 4 for the final time. Checkered flag in hand at the starter stand. And Pritchard will pick up another feature win at ADS here at Williams Grove. J.P. Scheider second. Josh Whiteman in third. And then Royer and Olsen 4th and 5th. So we'll get ready to talk to our top 3 here. Just waiting for Josh Whiteman to bring it around on the front stretch for us. We'll get him in the chat. The driver should start filing in here pretty quick. Whiteman, Scheider, and Pritchard. There's Josh Whiteman.
And such an ass.
Josh Whiteman. Got a copy.
Hey.
Roger Wagner up in the booth.
Okay. Sorry, I was talking to Cam there. How's it going, man?
That's all right. Well, I don't know. How's it going sitting down there in third place at the end of what looked like a pretty good race?
Yeah, it was a good race. A lot of green flag laps for how slick the track was. It's pretty good. Yeah, good race all around, and glad to get on the podium here.
It looked like you were fighting up there for the lead early, and with Shiner and Pritchard going at it, did
Yep.
you have any kind of opening where maybe you could jump through?
I think so. I was having some trouble seeing like where the marbles were on the track. That's what I was trying to find, and if I could hit it just right, I could get a really good run on them and get really close to them. But as the marbles kind of went away, I kind of struggled a little bit. But thankfully, I was able to stay fast enough to finish third.
Did you know that Trevor Royer was starting to close in those last 4 or 5 laps?
Yeah, I had my relative going. He was, looks like he was about half a second behind me. So, yeah, my car was definitely getting worse as the race went on. But again, just glad to finish third. This is a good racetrack, but a tough place to race too. So, glad to be on the podium again.
All right, man. Well, some shout-outs, some thank yous, and we'll let you jump out of here, man.
Yeah, sure thing. Got to give a shout out to Scott, my team owner, Scott Thomason Racing, and all the guys over there for having me. And I guess, yeah, that's about it. So, yeah.
All right, man. Well, thanks for chatting with us. Look forward to seeing you back next week.
Yep, thanks, Roger. Have a good night, man.
You too. Josh Whiteman finishing third tonight. Let's get this scoundrel in here. See if we can get him to unmute his microphone. JP Scheider, you got a copy?
Yeah.
All right, man. Heck of a run. You got up there and challenged for the win. It looked like maybe the car went away late there. Tell us about the feature.
Yeah, the car went away late. It's pretty loose, so I don't really have nothing for the bottom. I can't run the bottom anywhere, so just Cameron's race to win. He's better, so.
Well, it looked like you got up there. You put a pretty good challenge. You guys got into a heck of a slider battle. Just could not figure out how to get it to stick in front of him.
Yeah, it's just hard to pass. I guess I don't know when the top's that fast in the beginning. It's just kind of hard to pass. I don't know.
Well, an awesome run, man. I'm sure you've got plenty of shout-outs and thank yous that you'd like to throw out there before we let you get out of here tonight.
Yeah, Gage Stevens Designs, JSM Shots, and Tyler Hudson Driving School.
All right, man. Thanks for chatting with us. Congratulations on a great run. Look forward to seeing you back soon.
Yep. Thank you.
JP Scheider finishing second tonight. Now we talk to this guy pretty often up here, and most of the time it is standing on top of the podium. And once again, the 21 car finds itself there again at Williams Grove. And that is, I think, at least the second this season here with this series. Cameron Pritchard, how are you doing this, man?
Just thanks to Dean and Dave for making the good setups and spotting for me. I don't think I'd be able to be where I'm at and tell me where the fast line is to be here, but just home track and just one of my favorite tracks to run. So I'm always pretty fast here and pretty consistent.
Yeah, it looked like you got a pretty good challenge from the 5 car. You guys got in a slider battle back and forth. How were you able to figure out how to get him and lock him in behind you?
The Dean said the bottom's fast, and I just didn't believe him there because I seen the cushion up top, and I kept running in, and JP kept getting a run on me in 3 and 4, and I couldn't figure out, and I was struggling in 3 and 4, so I just decided to make the move to go down in 3 and 4, and it paid off, and I could just do the little slider to middle to 1 and 2, and just do the bottom the rest of the race in 3 and 4, and just able to pull away there, and just so consistent with that line. It's not dangerous at all, and just safe and be able to win with that line.
Well, an awesome run, another win for you. Some shout-outs, some thank yous, and we'll let you celebrate once again.
Yeah, Falcons Brothers Trucking, CSI, Dirty South Sim Racing, Bear Archery, just Dean, Dave, Greg, everybody on the team. I know Tommy was in this race and did pretty decent, and just Dean so much for just making such a good car and the adjustments that he says to do, and just Dave for spotting and just telling me all the advice I need to.
All right, man. Thanks for chatting with us. Congrats on another great run, and we'll look forward to seeing you back on track real soon.
All right, thank you.
Cameron Pritchett picking up another win. Let's check our results real quick. Pritchett wins it. Scheider second. I almost got those two reversed. Whiteman in third. Royer fourth. Olson was fifth. Stevens sixth. Seventh. Scott. Moody eighth. Cody ninth. Griggs 10th. Grimm was 11th. 12th went to Coluccio. 13th for Fields. Patetti 14th. And Nathan Vossi 15th rounded things out this evening. And as far as the wall riding, so it isn't a single driver. Do not ever mistake that. It is a laundry list of them. And it is something that needs to get fixed, and I'm sure they'll address it with the next build, but it's just something that is very frustrating to league owners, to us up in the broadcast booth, because we see guys that, use it to a huge advantage, be very far behind, and close the gap just by going up and basically exploiting something that doesn't damage the car when you do it. And it's really an unfair advantage, and so it becomes, very distasteful is probably the best word I can use for it. So that's why we call it out. Otherwise, we don't care who wins the races. It's not up to us to make that kind of judgment or make those calls. We want to see good, clean racing. We want to see honest, respectful racing, and that's what we call out. So anybody gets offended by somebody calling out a wall rider, well, that's on you. That's not on us, because we're just reporting what we're seeing. So everybody's entitled to their opinion. Appreciate everybody tuning in, guys. Hope you enjoyed the show. Sorry for getting started a little late. We missed a little bit of practice time. Didn't have time to go over anything in the pre-race updates. It happens, technical difficulties. But we did get here for all the heat races, or qualifying and all the heat races. So all in all, pretty good show. We know you guys can watch this stuff anywhere you choose to come and watch it here. We thank you very much for that. For Dominic Santina, Zach Krieger, Cody Olson, myself here at the Dirt Racing Network. Until we see you the next time, everybody,